Hello everybody. Today's video is on how to sharpen a lawnmower blade. Now this happens to be a brand new blade. I have spare parts for my lawnmower. But as you look at the new blade, you see the angle right here that they sharpen. This is the area that you sharpen right here. You don't cut underneath. You just try to match up this angle right here. Try to maintain that same angle. So on my previously sharpened lawnmower blade, you have different ways of going about it. You could sharpen with a hand file if you got a file in your garage. You try to get that angle just right, try to blend it, and you stroke it across. And you do equal amounts on both sides, 10, 20, 30 stripes, and 10, 20, 30 rubs on the other side. But using a file is so 1940. Another option, we're getting up to the 21st century, you could use a hand grinder and put a hand grinder wheel on it. Some guys have these things, put this in the vise, and you can maintain that angle and grind that the same way. If you don't have a grinding wheel, but you have a flapper wheel, these things also work. This is more like a polishing wheel, but this also will do a nice job. Grind that the same way. A third way, I used to do this for a while too. I used to use a belt sander. Just turn on the belt sander and let it run. Now just polish it with the belt sander too. That also works fairly well. But to me, the best way of sharpening the grinding wheel is off of the bench, because I don't like all the grit on the bench after, because I gotta clean it. I have a pedestal grinder and I place it out in either outside or in the corner of the garage somewhere, and I sharpen the blades with the pedestal grinder. Let me show you how that works. But I found the absolute best way of grinding lawnmower blades is with a pedestal grinder. This came off of Harbor Freight years ago. I paid almost nothing for the stand. Get a cheap motor for it. Get one of the grinding wheels. This one happens to be a diamond wheel for machining carbide tools and stuff. You won't normally use this wheel for grinding lawnmower blades, but you need this wheel. So all I do is I try to, like I said, I try to copy this angle best I can. Get some safety glasses on. Then all I do is I count. I try to make each side the same. So I make, let's say I'll take 10 on each side. You try to blend that angle the same way. I count 1, 2, and so on. Do 10 that side, I'll turn it around, I'll do 10 on this side. That should be 10 if I counted right. So you want to get it sharp, but you don't want to get it like shaving sharp. Because these blades are not heat treated, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, they're going to dull up just the same after a few lawnmower passes with the machine. Let's try and see how it looks on the level balancer. So when you finish grinding your lawnmower blade, you come back to the bench, and I use the back of the vise here because the anvil part is flat. I take one of these little, they're levelers or blade level device. I don't know what you call them, but they all it is a little point on the inside, or they got a cone. This one is made out of cast metal. Same thing. You get a little point, but they both do the same thing. I just used a plastic one. I don't know why. I just like that one better. You take that, you put it on a flat surface, take the blade and put it on top, and then you'll see the blade should, if it's ground the same way on both sides, the blade should be pretty much level. And what I do is I pull this around a little bit and I try to find a different spot how it's going to sit. Well, it's leaning right now. That's pretty level that time. So you kind of go around, you mess with it. That looks level that way. I turned it around, try it this way. Seems like it's level to me also. Now this is a little 1/4 screw, or 1/4 nut. If you place this on the very end, you see how much it drops. So just the weight of the nut will change that much to throw the blade off. So these are actually fairly accurate. If you didn't want to spend the money on that, my father used to take a nail and he used to beat that in the side of the bench, and he used to hang his lawnmower blade on there, and it sort of does the same thing. I don't know if it's as accurate or not, but I do it the fancy way with the little level device. And just for fun, that brand new blade I started the video with, I'm going to try to balance that one to see if it's level, which it looks pretty good. So they manufactured it correctly by cutting equal amounts on the same side. Just by moving it around, you get a different setting sometimes. Yeah, it looks alright. That plastic cone is worn out. Let's see how this one looks. Maybe I should start using the metal one, huh? If the blade is out of balance, you'll know it. That machine will be bouncing all over the yard. So it's really important to make it, after you finish grinding your blades, you balance them nice, and then you are rocking like a rock star down the yard with a nice sharpened lawnmower blade. Alright, thanks everybody for watching. Have a good evening.